What if your sleep problem is not only about stress? What if your recovery problem is not only about training? And what if your eye strain, late night alertness, brain fog, poor sleep, and wired but tired feeling is not just about part of the motorsports lifestyle? What if one of the biggest hidden performance disruptors is something so common nobody questions it? Light, the screens in your face, the LEDs above your head, the simulator at night, the garage lighting, the hotel room lamps, the airport terminals, the hauler screens, the night races, the late strategy meetings, the phone that you check for just 2 minutes before bed, which somehow becomes 37 minutes and a full emotional relationship with the internet. Today, we're talking about the light health connection in motorsports and why managing light may be one of the most overlooked tools for sleep, recovery, focus, reaction time, hormonal rhythm, and long-term performance. Because your eyes do more than just see, they tell your brain what time it is. And if your light environment keeps screaming daytime at 10:30 at night, your body may not get the memo that it's time to recover. Let's go green. Hello, I'm Jeffrey Mort. If you're like most in NASCAR's top tiers, drivers, crews, owners, or executives, while you're busy chasing podiums, have you fully considered who's taking care of you? Right here, you're about to start transforming your mind and body for peak race day performance with High Performance Health, designed exclusively for the demands of NASCAR. As a certified high-performance health coach and consulting hypnotist, I've coached elite entrepreneurs and athletes to higher energy, sharper focus, and greater resilience, naturally, safely, and backed by science. And right now, I'm bringing that same engineered approach to the best in motorsports. Here you'll find no wasted time, just a unique blend of integrative health, mental conditioning, and proven recovery strategies delivered in plain language that you can use right away. Imagine a season without burnout, brain fog, or the costly crash of your health. Because the truth is, the real race starts within. I'm grateful you're here. Yes, welcome back to Breaking Boundaries for Champions, the only high-performance health podcast built specifically for motorsports professionals. I'm Jeffrey Mort, your personal high-performance health engineer and founder at Victory Lane Wellness. And if you're serious about protecting your energy, recovery, focus, career longevity, and your legacy, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. Today, we are talking about light. Not light as decoration, not light as ambiance, not light as turn the brightness down and hope for the best. We're talking about light as a biological signal. You see, for drivers, pit crew athletes, crew chiefs, mechanics, team owners, executives, sim racers, and high performers, your light environment matters. It affects something that you may have heard before called circadian rhythm. It also affects melatonin timing. It affects alertness and sleep quality and recovery and mood and hormone rhythm and your ability to downshift at night. When you spend your days surrounded by screens, LEDs, garage lights, simulator rigs, hotel rooms, airport lighting, monitors, night race environments, your body may be receiving the wrong signal at the wrong time. And that matters because you cannot consistently outperform your recovery. You've heard me say that before if you're a longtime listener of the show. And you cannot fully recover if your biology thinks midnight is still noontime. You see, most people think blue light is just a screen problem. So they turn on night shift. They install F-Lux. They dim the phone. They make the screen orange. They feel responsible. They feel optimized. They feel like a tiny productivity wizard with a settings menu. And to be fair, those tools can help. Screen filters are not useless. Night shift can reduce some blue light, yes, from your phone. F-Lux can warm up your computer display. Reduce white point can dim the screen. Color filters can actually make the phone much more red at night, and these are useful moves. But here's the problem. The screen is not the only source. The screen may not even be the biggest source. Your phone might be orange, while six overhead LED lights are blasting your eyes from the ceiling like a fluorescent interrogation room at a tire compound crime scene. That is where many people miss the bigger picture. Screens are a source, but they are not the source. And in motorsports, artificial light is everywhere. What if your sleep routine is not failing because you lack discipline? What if your body is simply receiving the wrong signal? What if your evening environment says, stay awake, stay alert, keep producing daytime chemistry? Do not wind down. Do not release melatonin properly. Do not enter deep recovery just yet. That changes the conversation because now the goal is not just avoid screens. That's not realistic, especially for motorsports professionals. Drivers may need sim time. Crew chiefs may need late night strategy reviews. Team owners and executives, they may need emails and calls and data and sponsor communication and travel logistics. And then the pit crew athletes may be reviewing training and schedules and film or recovery data. So the question is not, can we live in a cave after sunset? The better question is, can we create a light environment that supports performance during the day and recovery at night? That, my friends, is the high performance health lens. So here's the simplest way to understand this. Your eyes have two jobs. The first job is vision. They help you see the track, the pit box, the data screen, the road, the gym, the garage, and of course the people around you. But your eyes also help tell your brain what time it is. You see, there's specialized cells in the eye that detect light and send timing signals to the brain. That helps regulate the circadian rhythm, that internal 24-hour rhythm that influences things like sleep, hormones, alertness, body temperature, metabolism, digestion, recovery, and so much more. You see, in the morning, bright natural light tells the body to wake up, be alert, anchor the clock, start the engine. At night, darkness tells the body to slow down, recover, repair, prepare for sleep. But modern life has confused the system. We spend the day indoors under artificial lights and screens. Then we spend the night under artificial lights and screens. The body no longer gets a clean, clear signal. It just gets noise. Daytime is often dimmer than it should be, and nighttime is often brighter than it should be. That is circadian confusion. And in motorsports, that confusion can get amplified. You see, motorsports, you already know it's demanding. Travel across time zones, early call times, late nights, hotel rooms, airport terminals, night races, garage lighting, sponsor obligations, crew meetings. What else? Simulator sessions, data review, phone use, laptop use, and then throw in some TV production lighting, irregular meals, adrenaline, noise, pressure, heat, competition, and then we add in artificial light at the wrong time. And the body starts wondering, are we recovering? Are we working? Are we racing? Are we scrolling? Are we in a hotel room, in the garage? Are we inside Walmart at 11 p.m. under lights bright enough to land a helicopter? That light confusion matters because sleep is not just what happens when you close your eyes. Sleep begins with signals. And if your light signals are wrong, your sleep chemistry may not be where you want it. Poor light timing can affect sleep quality, can affect melatonin timing, can affect recovery and mood and emotional control, focus, reaction time, decision making, and especially leadership. Drivers and pit crew athletes do not have the luxury of being mostly sharp. And crew chiefs, owners, and executives and leaders in the industry need clarity under pressure. A poorly recovered brain does not strategize as well. You know this. It reacts. And in motorsports, reactivity can be expensive. Now, let's talk about the screen filter trap. Most people think I turned on night shift, I'm good, or I use Flux, I'm covered. And again, those tools can help. I'm not saying they don't, but they only address the device. They do not address the room. They do not address the garage. They do not address hotel lamps and kitchen LEDs and the lighting in your bus. They don't address overhead lights at the race shop or the light bouncing into your eyes from every direction. That is why screen filters alone are incomplete. Imagine trying to block noise by putting in just one earplug while standing next to a race engine on the dyno. Better than nothing? Sure, but a complete strategy? Well, it's not even close. And the same thing with light. Filtering the screen while the room stays bright is like putting a restrictor plate just on one cylinder and pretending the whole engine is properly tuned. The whole environment matters. And here's another mistake. People hear blue light is bad and start blocking blue light all day. That's not the goal. Blue light is not automatically bad. Blue light at the wrong time is the issue. So during the day, especially in the morning, bright natural light is one of the best signals that you can give your body. Morning light helps anchor circadian rhythm. It supports alertness. It helps set the countdown timer for natural melatonin production later. And it even tells your brain that this is daytime, be awake, be energized, be ready. And for motorsports professionals, morning light can be one of the simplest performance habits. Get outside early, even for a few minutes, 5, 10 minutes, 15 if you can. No sunglasses right away, if safe and appropriate. Let the eyes receive that natural light into those receptors. Not staring into the sun and not frying your retinas like bacon, just getting real outdoor light. That is the first light anchor. Daytime light should be bright and natural when possible, and nighttime light should be dimmer and warmer, more indirect and more protected. That rhythm matters. Now, let's talk about sim time and night races. This is important. Simulator work can be valuable. It sharpens racecraft. It supports track familiarity. It trains visual processing, decision making, timing, and repetition. But evening or late night sim work can be a circadian grenade. You have screens close to the eyes. You have bright displays, high contrast, fast visual input, mental engagement, which causes adrenaline and competition, blue heavy artificial light. And sometimes a driver finishes a session and wonders why the brain is still racing. That's not mysterious. You just ask the nervous system to run qualifying laps at 10 p.m. The goal is not to demonize sim work here. The goal is to manage it. If possible, schedule intense sim work earlier whenever possible. And if late sim work is unavoidable, then build a stronger wind down routine afterwards. Dim the environment. Use warmer light. And when I say warmer light, light is rated in what's called kelvins. And the higher the number, the whiter the light, and the lower the number, the more yellow or warmer the light is. So, for instance, a bright white light would be about 5,000 Kelvin, and a warm, soft light would be about 2,700 Kelvin. You want to also use light blocking strategies, reduce stimulation afterwards, give the body a clear message. The session is over, the race brain can park, and recovery mode can begin. Night races are their own beast too. Bright track lights, adrenaline, noise, media, travel, late food, post-race debriefs, celebration or frustration for that matter, then the hotel lighting, then the phone, then sleep, or at least the attempt at sleep. And after night races, the body may be wide awake, not because you're broken, but because the signals were loud. Performance stress was high, light exposure was high, the nervous system was activated, and you may not be able to control the track lights or the garage lights or the media lighting, but you can control the recovery window. The hotel room, the phone, the laptop, the glasses. We'll talk about glasses in a moment. The wind down, the light environment you create once the professional obligations are done. That window matters. So here's the practical framework. This is going to be a three-layer light strategy. Layer one, control the device. I said they were important, but not the most important. Well, let's start there. Use night shift on your iPhone. Use color filters when needed. You want to reduce white point. You want to use F-flux on computers in the settings. Use night modes wherever possible. Dim the screens aggressively, especially in the evening. This is the first layer. So layer two is control the room. You want to dim the overhead lights. You want to use those warmer lamps, so somewhere around 2700 Kelvin. You want to avoid bright white LEDs, especially at night. Use lower lighting in the final hours before bed, preferably indirect lighting. Change the environment from garage inspection mode and think more campfire mode. The body understands firelight, and it doesn't understand six 5000K LEDs yelling from the ceiling. All right, layer number three, protect the eyes. This is where circadian glasses can be extremely useful because glasses filter the light before it enters your eyes. This means they can help protect you from screens, from light bulbs, hotel lamps, kitchen lights, garage lights, hauler lights, airport lights, the room all around you. This is the missing piece for many people. They filter the device but forget the environment. So glasses help cover that environment. And this is why I like a full circadian lens system rather than just generic blue blockers. This is where Vivarays comes in. We partnered with Vivarays, and Vivarays is not just making generic blue light glasses. Their system is designed around the idea that different times of day require different light signals. And that matters because the goal is not to block all blue light all day. The goal is to harmonize light during the day and protect the circadian rhythm at night. They have daytime lenses, evening lenses, and nighttime lenses. And this makes a complete sense because your biology does not need the same light signal at noontime that it needs at 10 p.m. So during the day, you want alertness, you want focus, you want proper circadian signaling. And in the evening, you want the body to begin winding down while still being able to function. So in the final hour before bed, you want stronger protection so the brain gets a clear darkness signal. This is what makes Vivarays different from the cheap blue blockers that all look the same on Amazon and come with the scientific precision of a gas station burrito. The timing matters, the lens color matters, the technology, the wavelength filtering, it all matters. The environment matters. And for professionals in motorsports, that matters because your schedule is not normal. Your light exposure is not normal. Your recovery demands, those aren't normal either. So the strategy cannot be generic. Let's make this practical. Daytime lenses are for daytime artificial light exposure, and these are more yellow in color, sort of like these here. That means, office work, shop work, computer use, screens, indoor meetings, travel days, airport terminals. The goal is not to block the daytime signal. The goal is to reduce harsh artificial light while keeping the body aligned with daytime. Now, evening lenses are for afternoons and after sunset. They are more orange in color. These are useful when you still need to function, doing things like cooking or watching TV, family time, light computer work, late night meetings, travel logistics, debriefs, and they can help reduce blue and green wavelengths that may keep the brain receiving that daytime signal. Now, nighttime lenses, which most people don't know about, nighttime lenses are for the final hour or two before bed, and these are red in color. This is the stronger move. The goal becomes clear. Tell the brain nighttime is here, lower stimulation, reduce light impact, protect the darkness signal, and then get ready for sleep. And for a driver after sim time, this may be part of the post-session downshift. For a crew chief after late night strategy work, this might be the bridge from the command center to recovery. And for an executive, after travel and emails, this might help close the day instead of dragging the nervous system into bed still wearing a headset. So here's how I would think about this for a race week. In the morning, get outdoor light as early as possible. Even 5 to 10 minutes can help anchor that circadian rhythm. If you're in a hotel, open the curtains, step outside. A lot of windows and windshields have UV protection, so you're missing the benefit of the natural light. Step outside, go for a walk, get natural light before diving into the phone. Now, during the day, get bright light whenever possible. Use daytime lenses when you're under harsh artificial light, working on screens, traveling, or inside all day. Do not hide from daylight unless medically necessary. In the evening, after sunset, which is also helpful to watch for 5 or 10 minutes, watching that sun actually set, start dimming your environment inside. So avoid overhead white LEDs whenever possible. Use those warmer indirect lamps, around 2700 Kelvin would be the rating. If they're LED, if they're fluorescent, you would want warm white. Turn on device filters. Use evening lenses, the red lenses, when you still need to function under artificial light. And then late night, in the final hour before bed, use the stronger nighttime lenses. Dim the phone or avoid it altogether, which is my highest recommendation. No bright bathroom lights if you can avoid it. Keep the room warm, low, and boring. Boring is not bad. Boring is how the nervous system stops pretending it's in a qualifying session. After night races, this is important, you may not be able to control that evening lighting, so control the recovery window. Use the glasses, dim the hotel room, keep the post-race meal very small, healthy, and reasonable. Hydrate strategically. That means you don't want to drink too much before bed, so you're interrupting your deep sleep to get up to urinate. We don't want that. And then avoid doom scrolling that race reply, the comments, and the cousin of a fan who suddenly has a 19-part opinion on your pit strategy. You want to protect the downshift. So if you're serious about sleep, recovery, and performance, I recommend checking out Vivarays. I'll drop the link in the show notes. They have a unique circadian lens system designed for different times of day instead of treating all blue light the same. They are available in prescription and magnifiers as well. That's why I like them. They are customized for the individual. Daytime support, evening wind down, nighttime protection, not just glasses, but a full system. You can check them out at Vivarays, that's VIVARAYS.com/Jeffrey Mort, and use code LOVEENERGY. I don't know if our code victory is set up over there. Use that for your discount. And again, this is not a magic wand. Glasses do not replace sleep hygiene. They do not replace good nutrition. They do not replace proper training load. They do not replace stress regulation, but they can be a powerful high-performance health tool in the recovery pit box, especially if your world includes screens, sim time, travel, night races, hotel rooms, LED lighting, and late night work, which, if you're in motorsports, welcome to the circus with better engines. So here's the practical plan. Number one, get morning light before the phone whenever possible, before the inbox, before the day starts chewing on your nervous system. Number two, audit your evening light. Look at your home, your hotel room, your hauler, your office, garage, and sim setup and ask, is this telling my brain it's daytime? Number three, use device filters, that night shift, the F-Lux, the color filters, reduce white point, night modes. These help, but remember, they are only layer number one. And number four, dim the room, warmer lamps, less overhead light, lower brightness. Think more campfire and less inspection bay. And number five, use circadian glasses strategically. Daytime lenses during harsh artificial light exposure, evening lenses after sunset, and nighttime lenses in the final hour before bed. And last but not least, number 6, protect the post-race downshift. After night races or late sim sessions, treat light like part of recovery, because it is. So the white flag is out. Here is the final lap on breaking boundaries. Light is not just something that you see by. Light is energy. Light is information. It is a program, and it tells your brain and your central nervous system what time it is. It helps regulate your circadian rhythm. It influences sleep, recovery, mood, hormones, focus, reaction time, and long-term performance. And in motorsports, artificial light is everywhere. So if your sleep is poor, if your recovery feels off, if you feel wired at night and tired in the morning, do not only ask, what supplement should I take? Ask, what light signals is my brain receiving? Because your body cannot fully downshift if your eyes keep sending a daytime signal. So fix the signal, protect the rhythm, improve the recovery environment. That is the light health connection in high performance motorsports. If you're the kind of person who is serious about optimizing performance at the root level, you can apply to work with Victory Lane Wellness at victorylanewellness.com, with programs built for drivers, for pit crew athletes, crew chiefs, and team owners committed to precision, resilience, and legacy. And every enrollment supports Race for a Reason, providing advanced functional testing for chronically ill children through racing-related charities. We'll see you in Victory Lane. Bye-bye. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Breaking Boundaries for Champions. Before you head out, here's one more way to level up your game, both on and off the track. We're excited to team up with Therasage to bring you the Thera H2 Go Plus, a next-level hydrogen water bottle designed to keep you hydrated at the cellular level. This isn't just water, it's clean, natural, and science-backed hydration that fits right into your high-performance lifestyle. So if you're the kind of person who's ready to fuel your cells like a true champion, grab yours now. The link is in the show notes, and use code VICTORY for your exclusive offer. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep breaking those boundaries.